Hey!
We're ready. Welcome to our home, friends. Shannon Heaton here.
I'm Matt Heaton.
And delighted that folks are joining us for tunes today. It's a chilly, drizzly, kind of day.
Seems like that's happening everywhere.
In Boston.
Yeah.
And Bob, what's it like in Wisconsin? Thanks for joining us. You were the first in the room. Arthur, hello and welcome. Glad to have you here. Ted in Ontario. Nancy in rainy New Jersey. Mike in Portland, Oregon. Allison in France. Chilly France. Aga in Poland. Good evening and good afternoon and good morning, friends. We're glad to join you for tunes today. Bring a little light into this darkening December here. And to Aaron in Arizona. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, my friend. Good to see you again. And Nancy, good idea to name some wintry, some Christmassy tunes for the next live stream, which will be the third week of December. That'll be a good time to do those. And let's see, to Margie, hello and welcome. The Frosted All Over is a good one. Yes, let's do that now. And I'm going to keep a little list here.
Good idea.
And also to Claudia in chilly Chicago. I'm glad you're inside playing the flute. Remember to oil it through the winter, friends in cold places. Marco in Milano and Jeanette. Hello, my friends. Ciao. I miei amici. And to Johnny in LA. Hey, and welcome to you. To Julie, hello, musician friend. To Jaden in Holland, hi, and welcome back. So delighted to have friends stopping by for a tune. Hello to Julie and John. Hey, Julie and John, how's it going? Hey, right down the street. Hey, Saul in Michigan. Hey, Larry in Maryland. Hello, Allison in Rhode Island. Glad that you're back after your California trip, and I'm so sorry that you got COVID. That is frustrating, and I hope it's not too bad. Wishing you quick healing. Elizabeth, hey, down the road. Hello to Fel in Southern California. Glad it's bright and shiny there. To Maria in the UK, hello and welcome. Peter in San Diego, hi. Roger in Vermont, thanks for joining us again. Lenore on the New Jersey shore, hey. And Jenny in Somerville, hello. Nice to have you here. Neil in Ohio, welcome. Shannon in Utah, hello and welcome to you. Allison, glad to have you joining us from Vermont. And Mike, good to have you here. Glad you made it from the grocery store. Hope you got some good stuff. Maybe they got some new sparkling water for you. I think we're running low. To Diane, hi, and welcome back to you. To Carrie in Florida, hey, welcome. And I'm sorry that it's been a challenging day and week. This is a challenging time. It's really rough for a lot of people. I have my ups and downs during this time of the year round really, but I have to say the little lights that we installed last week, they're really bringing some cheer, and I'm lighting candles when it starts to get dark and just trying to smile a little bit more, because it turns out that makes me feel a little bit better, even if I'm not totally believing it yet. And let's see, who else? Welcoming Dat, hello and welcome. I'm sorry that USA lost today. Oh well, sorry World Cuppers. To Daryl in California, welcome back. To Tony in the Netherlands, hi and welcome. Thanks for joining us. And 3 ships, I saw 3 ships is kind of a good idea for a holiday thing next time. That sounds great. Hi, Michael and Osha. Welcome back to this side of things. Hope Portugal was great. Chris, hi in Alexandria. Nice to have you joining us today. Wayne, good to see you in the Peg. Katrina in Dorchester, hi and welcome. And Kathleen in Toronto, on Toronto Island. Wonderful to have you all here. We're going to start off with the Killavil jig. That's a lovely old jig in E minor. Not fast, just to get us going a little bit. It's going to be a great hour of tunes and fun together. So it starts like this. That one there. Beautiful. 1, 2, here we go. Woo! Just sticking with it for a while. If anybody noticed me looking at Matt and didn't know what we were having a conversation about, it was, should we do it one more time? Should we do it? I don't know. Should we do it? And we did. We stayed with it.
We did. I'm glad we did. Sometimes it's good to stick with it. Yes means change. No means keep doing what you're doing.
And speaking of sticking with it, and speaking of feeling a little glum sometimes this time of year, or just maybe in general sometimes, I was just talking with a dear friend about this idea of when we are feeling glum, sometimes to just lean into it and stick with it and be there with the glum. Maybe get outside as well, because that can be a great way to deal with things, or light a candle. But also, it's okay to be glum, and it's okay to be glum this hour if you feel glum. You're not alone. You can feel glum with us and with these little tunes. And Ken, hi from California. Glad you're joining us. And Jonathan in Oregon. Happy to have you all. Bring a torch. That's a nice one to think about for next time. Aaron, good. And let's see.
Julie's asking about my leggings. We don't call them leggings. We call them long underwear.
I like calling them leggings. And Matt has glorious striped leggings. And I have to say, or long underpants, whatever.
Yes.
And they are really getting thin.
Well, they've been around for a good long time because I did, in fact, get them on the same trip as I got my bazooki, which was, in fact, like almost 20 years ago. But yes, they were purchased because we were playing at this festival in Wellington, and it was very much colder than expected, and I did not pack for that kind of thing, so I bought them.
Well, and is New Zealand damp sometimes too?
Well, I mean, no more so than here. It was just like, it was damp and cold. And, so, but they're great. They're great.
Speaking of leggings, shall we do the Earl's chair?
That is such a leggy tune.
Well, I can imagine like the Earl sitting in the chair wearing those
wearing his pantaloons or whatever. Yeah, okay, I get you.
And then we'll do Far From Home. Yeah. So
once more.
That's the first one. Into. Yeah? All right. 1, 2, 1. Why did that happen? I guess I had a software update on my phone, and maybe my settings of not syncing with my computer got overridden.
No.
I just got a phone call from my phone all the way on the other side of the house, and it showed up on my computer. Sorry about that, guys. How annoying is that?
Yeah, at least you didn't get it.
At least I didn't get it.
Yeah.
So, Carrie, I'm so sorry that your knee injury is still frustrating. That is the pits. And I'm glad that you're not feeling glum. And speaking of glum, Elizabeth, yes, I like this idea of going ahead and feeling the glums when they hit. Ideally not listening to the voices that accompany the glums. You can't always believe your thoughts. But instead noticing the sensations in your body. That's very cool. And then maybe light the candle or go for a run or
something.
Play some music. Yes. Elena, Christmas Day in Des Moines. I don't know it. Is it a Shetland tune? I don't know if I know it, but I'm glad that you're in the house because I have something special for you today, Elena. I'm so excited that you're here. I was waiting for you to come to announce that. In a little bit, we're going to play something special for you. Long Johns is what we called them growing up.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I always just called them long underwear, but...
And whatever they are, I do like George's idea that he likes your long underpants.
Thank you.
That's good.
Yes,
thank you, George.
you.
I have something for you as well today, George. And they're not long
Just
underpants.
in case anyone's wondering, I am not wearing them, but...
Not wearing any pants. Yeah, exactly. And Mary, I'm glad that you're here right on time. Thanks for joining us from North Carolina. Happy to have you. And Alan in London, good evening to you. And thank you for joining us. So we're going to carry on with My Mind Will Never Be Easy as long as that phone is lurking in the other room. Now I'm nervous. Oh, well, what is going to happen? Yeah. So My Mind Will Never Be Easy. What a beautiful slip jig in G, E minor-ish. Yeah, G. And then we're going to go into... Not very Christmassy, but that's okay. We're going to save those for the third
that's
week.
That's not the theme today. No.
The night before Larry was stretched.
Yes.
The night before Larry was hanged. Poor guy.
Yeah.
All right, so two
Arthur,
subjects.
Give Arthur some B minor there.
So we've got is the first one and is the second one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
it was an unsuccessful grab. If I were falling off a cliff there, I would have just barely caught onto the little.
Well, that's all that
branch.
matters, that
Yeah.
you just barely. And I do like the levity of poor dear Larry.
Oh, Larry.
Dressed in your long johns would add a little bit of lightness to a bad situation. Maybe he would have gotten out of the situation. You know, we're about to be hanged
Maybe.
wearing those little pants, and maybe the Earl on the chair would have been like, "I'll trade you your pants for your freedom."
Have you been getting the ads for the new exercise sensation of these stretching studios where you just lie there and somebody like moves you around for you, so that if you can't be asked to stretch, and so maybe he was wearing my long johns at one of those places.
Wow, this is a lot to negotiate, even in a first language.
Sorry, gang.
Amazing.
Yeah,
but Nathaniel,
dumb in any language.
Nathaniel, that's cool that you're working on Alice Drum's March. I'll have to check out how Joey plays that. And also what tune that is.
and also what it is.
Maybe I'll try it for next time, though. That would be kind of cool to learn, or at least in the new year. So a big welcome now to Berta. I'm so glad that you're joining us, okay, that you're here right now. Perfect. And same, nice to have you, Tom, joining us in California. And to Robert and Susan, hello, hello. And I'm so excited that you're going to get the brace off the right knee.
Oh.
All I want for Christmas is... walking, mobility. And Jonathan, you made it again. Yay, I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Thanks for joining us from Brazil. And Grania, glad to have you. Yes, life is busy right now. Busy and quiet at the same time. Let's see. We're doing Swingin' on a Gate. I kind of feel like that could be like the Earl's chair, swinging on a gate. There's a theme here. I just imagine all of these now wearing the striped pants. Swinging on a gate, wearing the striped...
Okay.
And then we'll do the Skylark.
Yeah.
So, first one, G. Second one, Skylark. Yes?
Heck yes.
Okay. Loic, you're here. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you in the house, friends. This is lovely to have a bit of tunes, a bit of music with you, just a few tunes. And Leon, nice to have you joining us from Germany as well. Woohoo.
The G one first.
Da-da-dee-dee-dum. 1, 2, here we go. So Jaden and Loic, is the implication that you guys got to meet in real life when you were over? Loic, maybe let us know. That would be cool. And so exciting to have folks still joining us for the first time. Leon, we're happy to have you here, and so sweet to have people welcoming you. And for those of you who are newer to this community, some folks know each other from the chat in the YouTube, and some of them have extended knowing each other through our private Facebook group, which is the virtual guided session. You just got to answer membership questions so we know that you're a real person. So we keep it kind of safe and clear for us tune learners. But folks post questions and practice videos and links to cool stuff, and it's a really nice way, I think, to deepen the enjoyment of this music and to connect with other people. And some of you have even met in real life while abroad or in various locations. It's really such a neat community. So just love it, and welcome all. So Dat, I saw three ships for next time. We'll give it a try. That sounds like a good idea indeed. And let's see, what did I miss here?
Is the pigeon on the gate swinging on the gate?
Exactly. And Nats, welcome back. Good to have you joining us from Brazil, Natalia. Happy to have you, and happy that you're enjoying the music. Hi, Adele. Nice to have you joining us from Halifax. And this is such a sweet little thing. Oh, and Saul, that's who I wanted to give a welcome to. I didn't welcome you into the house earlier, so glad you are here. And I don't have a Willie Clancy book. I didn't know there was a Willie Clancy book. When was it published? And hey, is the Wren, the King of all birds in that publication? I would love to know, because I'm trying to track down some early melodies of it. So let me know if you happen to know. So carrying on, and Margot, it's good to have you here. Thank you for joining us. We're going to carry on with the Haunted House, which normally we play in G here, but we're going to stretch and play it in A. It's not too bad in A. Pretty handy on the keyless flutes.
Stretch? Oh,
yeah, thank you. And Leanne, nice to have you joining us from Maine. Welcome back. We're going to go into Tobin's favorite. So first, that one into... And then we'll go into George's great idea of Bill Hart's, which we hadn't done and did for the first time a few weeks ago. And George was like, how did I miss that little tune?
It's a great
tune.
So
here we go. 3 lovely jigs, starting with Haunted House. Dum, doodle, doo, doodle, doo, 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 doo. 1, 2. lovely tune. So much fun. And that's just really dear that a lot of you have these nice associations with Tobin's favorite. I remember actually in the virtual guided session, my more recent association with this tune that I have known for some years, but didn't really always think to start. Was Alex from China was the first one in the VGS to request Tobin's favorite. And I had to look up, how does that one start again?
Right.
And so sweet. Very, very nice. And Phyllis, welcome to you. Glad to have you joining us. And this is very sweet that Julie is mentioning the Nova Scotia tree. You want to tell the story?
Sure. So in Boston, we have a giant Christmas tree on the in town center, and it comes every year from Nova Scotia because if I'm going to mess something up, but in World War One, there was a terrible ship a ship blew up there. Carrying
two ships collided, and one had a bunch of explosives on it.
Yeah, and it was a dreadful thing, and it had, because of all the explosives, it had great effect to the town nearby on the shore.
It was devastating.
And Boston was first on the scene, sending up help. And
we sent supplies and medics in a train, and to thank us. Still over 100 years. Still 100 years later,
they cut down a giant, beautiful tree, and it's a whole thing. They load it up on a truck and bring it down, and people play tunes and wave it off and whatnot. It's lovely.
It is lovely, and so is the haunted house in A.
Indeed.
So is the haunted house in A. You're right, Grania. It's not so tough on the flute in A, and you can try with Jimmy Ward's. You could try in A. The Lilting Banshee you could try in E. These E minor tunes can work nicely in A on the flute, and the G tunes sometimes work in A dead handy, sometimes not so bad. So we're going to carry on now with our offertory selection, and this is for you, Elena. One of these tunes is for you. The first one is for all of us. It's called, just wrote it, it's called the 40-watt Waltz. So these are 40-watt bulbs, nice, warm, low light, and I have to say they've really made a difference.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, and just remembering that turning on a little light can kind of lower the blood pressure, make you smile a little bit more, which then can encourage me to go outside. It's kind of a ripple effect, little tiny things to help unlock a little bit more optimism. So we'll start with the 40-watt waltz, and then we're going to go into a tune that I wrote for Elena's crew. Phoebe, Liam, and Ricky. I'm putting this in the chat, the names of the tunes.
Sound like people in a sitcom.
Honest to goodness, Phoebe, Liam, and Ricky are the names of Elena. Phoebe and Liam are the names of the cats, the littler cats, and Ricky was the senior of the bunch and took care of them. How funny and how sweet are those names? Phoebe, Liam, and Ricky. 3 cats. Absurd names for cats. I love it. And then we'll go into a classic, The Star Above the Garter. So
if this is also our little pass the hat portion, so if you would like to drop in something in the virtual tip jar hat, Shannon is going to post the PayPal and Venmo, which is what we do.
Yes, we'd be grateful and thank you. Yep. And if that's not accessible for you, we're just glad you're here. Your company is a gift to us as well. And boy, Doug, hi, welcome. Glad to have you joining us. And those 7854 tunes, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we do, Arthur. One of these days, I promise, we'll bring you something cool. But for now, the 40-watt waltz and 2 slides. You know what? I'm not really in tune with you.
Or reality. Reality's good.
Are you in tune?
Yeah, I feel all right.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, now I messed up. There we go. Yeah, we got it this time.
1, 2, 3. I enjoyed that. And that is so cute that Liam came down to hear us too.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
And Phoebe can hear it later on the replay. Oh, Elena. So those are for you, or that slide is for you. And how sweet. Thank you for sharing with us names of cats. And Elizabeth, oh my gosh, your cat is called Peelaboo and Itty Bitty Kitty. Come on. We have shared so much in this virtual guided session over the last 3 years. Many funny stories, many funny names, many funny associations, sweet, poignant things. How wonderful. And Carrie, yes, speaking of Katie McNally, who is a fine fiddle player, she was in fact on the podcast that I did. It was episode 41, I believe, of my Irish Music Stories podcast called Planting Tradition... transplanting traditions.
Something
maybe
like that.
About how wonderful old Scottish music ended up in Cape Breton and how those traditions kind of came to the States then, about all those connections. And that was a wonderful episode. And Mary Jane Lamond spoke beautifully, as did Troy McGilvery and Andrea Beaton. Beautiful. That was a fun episode to put together. And Alistair Fraser as well. Great. And Saul, yes, the Great Halifax Explosion. Thank you for putting that link in there. Good. Sam is another cat in our community. And Lala Piano. That is great username. Caroline, I'm so glad that you're joining us. Welcome to you. Berta, I'm so excited that one of your favorites is Star Above the Garter. Thank you. Kuzunem. Wonderful. And to Wayne, I'm glad that you love Night Before Larry Was Stretched. It really is a beautiful tune. And people do it in all sorts of keys, by the way. I'm doing it in B minor. It's handiest on the flute, but try it in a lot of different keys there. Margie, thanks. I'm glad you liked my waltz. And Mike, that's really nice. Thank you. Yay. Okay, so continuing on here, what's next, Heaton?
Are we going to do some jigs? Is it
yes,
jig
we are.
time?
It's
we're
jig
gonna
time. Perfect.
We are going to do When the Cock Crows At His Day and
yes.
My Darling Asleep.
Yes.
Which really, I feel like we should go the other way around because, my darling's asleep and then she gets wakened up by the rooster.
Well, it's more like the alarm goes off and then you're like, hit the snooze.
Still asleep. Yeah, if you get
exactly.
snooze on a rooster.
Should I turn the light up a little bit?
Something weird happened, right? It changed. Like it's
maybe I can
blue
turn
now.
it up.
I don't understand why.
Really? Should I turn it up a little bit?
The exposure
yeah.
thing? I don't know. We're playing with a new camera, so it's a little better. Isn't
better?
It? Yeah, maybe.
Okay, we'll try it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Ooh, now it looks a little weird. Oh,
Don't
well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
When the Cock Crows At His Day. That is a gorgeous tune.
In the key of G.
In the key of G.
And then we'll do My Darling Asleep, which is in the key of D.
And Chris, I know your cat Misha. I've seen your cat Misha before. That's the first tune. My Darling Asleep. Somebody requested it last time, I believe. So here we go. Do do la do 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 do. 1, 2, 1, 2. So Doug wrote zzz, and I thought, oh, are we playing in a boring way?
No, my darling asleep.
My darling
Yeah.
asleep. Okay, peekaboo makes a lot more sense there. Now I got it. Okay, we're going to carry on with some reels with the U reel, one of my favorites. Da-da-dum-doo-doo-doo. But that is so exciting. Susan and Allison, that's right. We played When the Cock Crows at His Day in Maryland together. That's exciting. Happy to play that with you again here. Very, very cool. And also happy to welcome Debbie into the house. Thank you for joining us. Am I in tune with reality?
I'll check. We'll take a little.
We will. We'll take a little tuning break.
Really do this. Let's really do it this time, Shannon.
That's the first tune. Bum bo la dee dee lum. A little bit modally into. The Doon into. I think those second two are in first 50. If anybody's following along.
And Jaden, we were just talking about Maud Miller, so here we go.
This is for you.
Yeah. Oof. But
better. So 1, 2, 1. reel.
It is
It's
really
a
good.
class tune. And yeah, that first chord of the whole tune of Maud Miller, even though the tune is in G.
It's in G.
I think
it's
that
real nice
first
to play
chord.
a C.
Yeah.
It's very Portland to do that, but
Well, play a G chord so they can hear like,
Okay.
man, 1, 2.
I mean it works fine, but
know,
this
like-
is much cooler.
1. Nice. Very, very
Little
nice.
4-1.
And wah, Peter, that first tune, the U reel from the Isle of U. Ah, ha, ha. Maybe that must be near Antrim, because George said, "My darling asleep is the
My darling's a sheep.
My darling's sheep is the national anthem of,
Bah.
of Antrim." I love driving around the Irish countryside in Clare too. A lot of sheep, and I love it. It's relaxing to me.
I remember we have our friend Jamie, who is a New Zealander who lives in Scotland, and when they moved into their current place, which is there was a farmer next door who had a bunch of sheep, and he was like, "Oh great, you can help me with the shearing." And Jamie has never, he's a city boy, he doesn't know anything about sheep, but the guy figured since he was from New Zealand he would have it all figured out.
Doug, like all the emojis, like it.
The U-reel, what key is it in? It's
Up,
in,
down, left, right.
It's in A, but like kind of A minor, but then a little A major for the moment, but definitely no G sharp. So it's kind of like, so that's kind of like A minor-y. But then the B part. Are you actually playing a C sharp in the B part? So you could play. Yeah. You could make a case for going to a major chord in the B part.
You could.
I just stay out of the way.
I thought it was great what you did. I mean,
Thanks,
and if
thanks
you
a
don't
lot.
play a third in the chord, you can play just A, and it could be A minor, A major, all good.
Yeah.
So friends, thank you for joining us. It's really a pleasure and a privilege to get us together to play some tunes. We're going to keep on with this first and third Saturday of the month. So join us on the third Saturday of December. We will play some
That'll
winter
be the
themed.
17th, I think, and we'll stack it with some good, we'll just play Christmas Eve for a whole hour.
No, we won't.
No.
We'll play lots and lots of fun
Yes.
things. And Christmas Eve is fun.
Yes, it is.
But maybe we won't even play Christmas Eve. I
Oh, come
believe
on.
that, well, we'll see.
It's been ages.
Has it? Okay. Matt Heaton wants to play Christmas Eve, so we
Yeah,
will play
play
Christmas Eve
Christmas
for
Eve.
sure. So we're going to carry on, finish off here with the Highland Laddie or the Highland Laddie. Love this sweet little march. Love it so much. There is an Irish version which is played as a polka called the High Call Cap, but we play that version. And before we close with this lovely tune, thanks again everybody for joining us. Dankuvel, gramahagat, ta palad, merci beaucoup, trugare, arigato gozaimasu, muchas gracias for meeting us here. Dziękuję, dankeschön, mille grazie, xie, mkoi, chwala wam, toda. Tusen tak for coming together and supporting one another. Kamsahamida, Efcharisto, Chwala vam, Esgarigasko, Danyavad for being funny and for helping us bring a little light into this hour that is dark for some. Dark time of year. Take good care, folks. Gidos, Ndatenda, Shukran, Miigwech, Yutva, Spasiba, Achehe, Salamat, Terima kasih, Dioch, Kusanem, Muito obrigada, Gam un. Khop kunนะคะขอบใจหลายเด้อ Thanks again, everybody. And Joel, thanks for joining us. Alan, Christmas Eve is your birthday. Oh my goodness, that's exciting. And hope to see some of you in a couple weeks. And until then, be well. Keep in touch on the Facebook page. Share some practice videos, even if you feel like it's quote unquote not perfect, especially if you feel that way. Have a little bit of accountability and, some community here. So here we go. Beautiful, simple tune. If you don't know it, just play an A. It's going to be great. 2, ready. much, everyone. And Saul, you're right. That tune was called The Eel in the Sink, not the U-Reel. You're right about that, friends. Sorry. That's okay. That's how we learn from one another. So take good care. Maybe see some of you soon. Bye.
Bye.